We're striking.
On energy, we've seen an up-close and personal view of what happens when nations get too dependent on someone like Russia for their energy. And State of the Union addresses are usually about the accomplishments so that you can get some applause and then you figure out where you want to go in the future. But some of the accomplishments that President Biden might point to are now seen by a majority of people in the country to be vulnerabilities, one on the energy front in particular. Will there be anything in the speech to talk about reversing some of those policies, for example, either Keystone Pipeline or allowing our oil and gas companies to pursue federal oil and gas leases, even while we try to transition in the future with a smart path to greener energy?
Well, I would say, Dana, the president shares the concern about any impact on gas prices, on energy prices for the American people. And that's why a range of options remain on the table. He already recently tapped into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve just last fall, which had an impact. But I would say the Keystone Pipeline.
But the impact, Jen, that was a blip. It was a 10-cent thing, but it doesn't last.
But, Dana, the policies you mentioned, I know Senator Cotton and others have mentioned these, they are not policies that would address the issue at all. This Keystone Pipeline, it would take years for that to have an impact on prices. Obviously, there are a range of reasons why the president opposes it, but it wasn't functioning, isn't functioning. It would take years. There are also 9,000 approved oil leases that oil companies are not tapping into. So, yes, we all want to take steps to address any raise in gas prices that impact the American people, but we should be very clear about what policies will help and what policies will not help. And over time, we absolutely need to reduce our dependence, and that's something you're seeing European countries take steps to do as well.
The point on that is that it took Europe years to get to the point where they were completely dependent or 60% dependent on Russia.
Jen,